दत्तात्रेया सद्गुरुदेवा
साई ओम साई ओम साई
ओम साई ओम साई
ओम साई ओम साई ओम तन मन प्राण में साई 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 ओम साई ओम साई गगन पवन में साई गगन पवन में साई गगन पवन में साई गगन पवन में साई शयन सपन में साई शयन सपन में साई गगन पवन में साई गगन पवन में साई नयन नयन साई
सम्मति दो भगवान,
मुझे सम्मति दो
मुझे सम्मति दो भगवान,
मुझे सम्मति दो
सारा भगवान, सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान,
रक्षा करो हे भगवान,
सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान,
हे भगवान,
सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान,
सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान,
शांति मुक्ति दे दो भगवान,
शांति मुक्ति दे दो भगवान, सम्मति दो भगवान, सम्मति दो
सहारा भगवान, सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान, सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, हे भगवान, हे भगवान, हे भगवान, सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान, शांति मुक्ति दे दो भगवान, शांति मुक्ति दे दो भगवान, सहारा दो
मनमोहना मुरलीधरा,
मोहना मुरलीधरा,
मोहना मुरलीधरा,
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर वाला,
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर वाला,
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर वाला,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
श्रीरंग रंगा पुटपति रंगा,
श्रीरंग रंगा पुटपति रंगा,
श्रीरंग रंगा पुटपति रंगा, रंगा रंगा पुटपति रंगा, माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
मनमोहना मुरलीधरा,
मनमोहना मुरलीधरा,
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर वाला,
मधुर मधुर हे गिरिधर वाला,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
हृदयांतरंगा श्री साई रंगा,
श्रीरंग रंगा पुटपति रंगा,
श्रीरंग रंगा पुटपति रंगा,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना,
माधवा मधुसूदना, मनमोहना मुरलीधरा,
राम मेरे राम
शिवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हर हराय नमः। हर हर शिव शिव शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हर हराय नमः। हर हर शिव शिव शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हर हराय नमः। हर हर शिव शिव शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हर हराय नमः। हर हर शिव शिव शिवाय नमः। हर हर महादेवा। 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। 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 डम 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 डमरू बाजे। डम 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 डमरू बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। डम 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 डमरू बाजे। डम 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 डमरू बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। हर हर महादेवा। 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हर हराय नमः। हर हर शिव शिव शिवाय नमः। शिव शिव हर हराय नमः। हर हर महादेवा। 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 डम 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 डमरू बाजे। डम 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 डमरू बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। डम 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 डमरू बाजे। धिमी तक मृदंग बाजे। हर हर महादेवा। हर 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 महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम
साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम
सदर साई राम नाम भजो
गुरु साई राम
सदगुरु साई राम नाम भजो
गुरु साई राम राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम भजो
अल्लाह मालिक 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 साई राम भजो
बुद्ध महावीर 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 साई राम भजो
यीशु पिता प्रभु 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 साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो अल्लाह मालिक साई राम भजो
मालिक साई राम भजो
बुद्ध महावीर साई राम भजो
महावीर साई राम भजो
अल्लाह मालिक साई राम भजो
अल्लाह मालिक साई राम भजो
बुद्ध महावीर साई राम भजो
बुद्ध महावीर साई राम भजो
यीशु पिता प्रभु साई राम भजो
यीशु पिता प्रभु साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
साई राम साई राम साई राम भजो
शंभो शंकर शांब सदा शिवा
शंभो शंकर शाम सदा शिव
शंभो शंकर शांब सदा शिवा
शंभो शंकर शाम सदा
हर हर शंकर भोला महेश्वर
हर हर शंकर भोला महेश्वर
हर हर शंकर
सत्यसाई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम्
सत्यसाई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम्
सत्यसाई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
कलिमल दहनं श्री गुरु 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 चरणं
भवभयनाशन दुरित निवारण
भवभयनाशन दुरित निवारण
भवभयनाशन दुरित निवारण
यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा गोपाल
चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा गोपाल
चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा गोपाल
चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा
गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धर गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धर गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धर गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोपाल गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा गोपाल
नवनीत चोर
गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धरा गोपाल चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोरा गोपाल
शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा
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 हर हराय भव भवाय शिव शिवाय नमो
हर हराय भव भवाय शिव शिवाय नमो
हर
शिवाय
शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा
शंभो
हर हराय भव भवाय शिव शिवाय नमो
हर हराय भव भवाय शिव शिवाय नमो
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
शंभो महादेवा शिव शंभो महादेवा
नारायण हरि नाम भजो रे नारायण
नारायण हरि नाम हरि नारायण पारायण
हरि नारायण हरि नाम भजो रे नारायण वेद पारायण
नारायण हरि नाम भजो वेद पारायण
करुणावरण भव भय हरणा
करुणावरण भव भय हरण
करुणावरण भव भय हरणा
करुणावरण भव भय हरण
पावन चरणा पतित जनावना
पावन चरण पतित जनावन
पावन चरणा पतित जनावना
पावन चरण पतित जनावन
नारायण हरि नारायण
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 नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नाम भजो रे नारायण वेद पारायण
नारायण हरि नाम भजो रे नारायण वेद पारायण
करुणावरण भव भय हरण
करुणवरण भव भय हरण
पावन चरण पतित जनावन
पावन चरण पतित जनावन
नारायण हरि नारायण
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 नारायण हरि
पुरंदर विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
पुरंदर विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
पांडुरंग विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
पांडुरंग विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
पुरंदर विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
पुरंदर विठ्ठले हरी नारायण
हरी नारायण भजो नारायण
नारायण भजो नारायण
साई नारायण सत्यनारायण
साई नारायण सत्यनारायण
साई नारायण सत्यनारायण
साई नारायण सत्यनारायण
विठ्ठला हरी विठ्ठला
शंभो शंकर देवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
पाहि प्रभो शरणं 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 देवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा साई बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
शंभो शंकर देवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा
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 हर हर गंगे महादेवा
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 हर गंगे महादेवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा
ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा भोले बाबा
महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
शंकरा सदाशिव सभापती मनोहरा
शंकरा सदाशिव सभापते मनोहरा
शंकरा सदाशिव सभापती मनोहरा
शंकरा सदाशिव सभापते मनोहरा
चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा
चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा उमा महेश्वरा चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा उमा महेश्वरा करा सदा शिवा सभापते मनोहरा शंकरा साई शंकरा ईश्वरा साई ईश्वरा शंकरा साई शंकरा ईश्वरा साई ईश्वरा चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा उमा महेश्वरा चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा उमा महेश्वरा ईश्वरा साई ईश्वरा चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा उमा चंद्रशेखरा जटाधरा सभापते मनोहरा
राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता
राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता
राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीता
राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम
राम राम जय
प्रिय देवा
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा
सत्य साई देवा
सत्य साई देवा
सत्य साई देवा
सत्य साई देवा
अल्लाह येसु बुद्ध नानक
येशु बुद्ध नानक
अल्लाह येसु बुद्ध नानक
येशु बुद्ध नानक
जो राष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो
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 रामा भी तुम हो कृष्णा भी तुम हो
राम तुम हो कृष्ण ही तुम हो
रामा भी तुम हो कृष्णा भी तुम हो
राम तुम हो कृष्ण ही तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
साई विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
साई विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा
धर्म प्रिय देवा
सत्य साई देवा
सत्य साई देवा
अल्लाह येसु बुद्ध नानक
येशु बुद्ध नानक
जो राष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो
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 रामा भी तुम हो कृष्णा भी तुम हो
तुम हो कृष्ण भी तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
विश्वरूप तुम हो
साई विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
साई विश्वरूप तुम हो
आई विश्वरूप तुम हो
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा
शिरडी साई द्वार कमाए प्रशांति वासी साईरा 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 साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
अल्लाह ईश्वर साई राम।
अल्लाह ईश्वर साई राम।
अल्लाह ईश्वर साई राम।
ईश्वर साई राम।
परतिपुरी के हे भगवान।
परतिपुरी के हे भगवान।
परतिपुरी के हे भगवान।
परतिपुरी के हे भगवान।
दया करो दया करो दया करो हे भगवान।
दया करो दया करो दया करो हे भगवान।
दया करो कृपा करो रक्षा करो हे साईं भगवान।
दया करो कृपा करो रक्षा करो हे साईं भगवान।
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम।
साई राम एक नाम
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
अल्लाह ईश्वर साई राम।
ईश्वर साई राम।
परतिपुरी के हे भगवान। अल्लाह ईश्वर साई राम। परतिपुरी के हे भगवान। दया करो दया करो दया करो हे भगवान।
दया करो दया करो दया करो हे भगवान।
दया करो कृपा करो रक्षा करो हे साईं भगवान।
दया करो कृपा करो रक्षा करो साईं भगवान।
शिरडी साई द्वारका माई प्रशांति वासी साई राम।
सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान।
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 सर्वधर्म प्रिय राम परतिपुरीश्वर राम।
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 सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान।
सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान।
मानव सेवा माधव सेवा सबको सेवा करो।
मानव सेवा माधव सेवा सबको सेवा करो।
मानव सेवा
मानव सेवा माधव सेवा सबको सेवा करो
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं साईं भजन 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 करो
प्रेम से सबको सेवा करो 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 साईं भजन करो
सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान
सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान
मानव सेवा माधव सेवा सबको सेवा करो
मानव सेवा माधव सेवा सबको सेवा करो
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं साईं भजन करो
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं साईं भजन करो
प्रेम से सबको सेवा करो 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 साईं भजन करो
सबका मालिक एक है साईं तुम हो भगवान ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम ओम शांति 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 स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ओम श्री साई राम। offering prayerful salutations to our Divine Master, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, revered guests, Honorable Justice Shri Mukesh R. Shah, Judge of Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Dr. S. Murlidhar, Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, respected Shri Manoj Bhimani Sir, Managing Trustee, Shri Satya Sai Heart Hospital, Ahmedabad, respected guests, dignitaries, brothers and sisters, and dear children, a hearty welcome and Sairam to all of you. To start today's proceedings, I would request State President of Shri Satya Sai Seva Organizations, Odisha, Brother Shri Narayan Prasad Sir, to deliver the welcome address. Brother Narayan Prasad Sir is a chartered accountant by profession and has been a student of Shri Satya Sai Bal Vikas from his childhood, and he is the youngest State President of Shri Satya Sai Seva Organizations, Odisha. Brother Narayan Prasad Sir.
Humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Lord and Master Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Revered elders, dear brothers and sisters, loving Sairam to one and all. Today, we are, with the divine grace of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, are organizing a 3 days long mega cardiac camp for the children of Odisha. With the auspices of Sri Satya Sai Hospital, Ahmedabad, with the active participation and cooperation from Government of Odisha, in this divine precincts Sai Janani, people from all around the state have assembled here for this divine auspicious occasion. And to grace this divine occasion, we have amongst us revered Honorable Justice Supreme Court Sri Mukesh R. Sahaji, who has been adored in the field of justice because of his speedy disposal of cases. In fact, he was, as I know, he was the fastest disposer of all the cases in the Supreme Court, and we welcome you, sir, with all our hearts amongst us. We feel very fortunate to have you in this divine occasion. And his consort, Mrs. Sai, is also amongst us. Sairam, ma'am, happy welcome to you. We have with us Honorable Chief Justice, Odisha High Court, Dr. S. Murlidhar, sir. You would be astonished to know, and I have on record, that sir has travelled the nook and corner of Odisha. He might be the first Chief Justice of Odisha High Court who would have travelled so much into our states. He knows the pains of the Odisha people. A very hearty welcome to you, sir, to our occasion. We have amongst us the Registrar General, Odisha High Court, the Principal Private Secretary to Honorable Chief Justice, Odisha High Court, and all other officials, and the doctors who have come all the way from Ahmedabad, along with our Dr. P.K. Das, who are relentlessly from yesterday, they are working. my hearty welcome and congratulations to them. May Lord give them the energy to carry on this divine work. We have amongst us officials from Government of Odisha. We had with us just now Sri V.K. Pandian, Private Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, and the Secretary 5T, who is a known face in our state because of his dynamism. He was instrumental in shaping the strategies as to the development of our state. Due to paucity of time, he could not join us for the ceremony, but our hearty welcome to Sri Pandian sir. All the we have amongst us our Director Health, all the RBSK officials and coordinators from across the states, all the guardians and parents, all the children, patients who have assembled here, all the volunteers of our organizations, and moreover, our very dear Sri Manoj Bhimani sir, who has a very strong association with Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization Odisha, and he is very keen to conduct camps and screen the patients, identify, enroll them, and he has been instrumental in facilitating our Odisha patients to go to Rajkot and Ahmedabad and get treated there. So we thank you, sir, for your patronage for our state. And we have with us Mrs. Vimani also. We welcome you, ma'am, with all our hearts. We have our own organization brother, Sri J. Krishna Kishore brother, who is the Principal Director, Income Tax Investigations. He has kept our request and joined us in this ceremonial thing. Whoever I might have missed out, you all are welcome to the Darbar of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. And we hope that this process, this is a very pious task. We follow the divine footprints of our beloved Lord and Master Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Because one of the most important mission of the avatar on earth was to remove the suffering of the ailing people. He himself has told that I have taken incarnation just to remove your sufferings. Now, following his divine footprints and following his divine dictum of love all and serve all, help ever and hurt never, all the volunteers of our state organizations, they are selflessly, relentlessly, and very lovingly, smilingly doing this service to the utmost satisfaction of our dearest Lord. Let all the hearts of Odia people be free of any ailment. Let all the hearts of our people fill with empathy, compassion, and love for others. Let us all be united and act in unison for the divine task that our Master has bestowed upon us. So I won't take much of your time with seeking divine blessings for this occasion and seeking his approval to go ahead with his divine mission. Now I would invite our State Vice President, Dr. Satya Swarup Patnaik, to give us a brief presentation about the health activities that Odisha organization is undertaking. I offer my small talk at his divine lotus feet and take exit from you. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering my prayerful salutations at Bhagwan's lotus feet, it is my privilege to give a small presentation on the healthcare seva activities taken up by Shri Satya Sai Seva Organizations, Odisha. Shri Satya Sai Seva Organizations in our country take up a wide gamut of healthcare services ranging from preventive health to follow-up care to mobile hospitals and also the super specialty hospitals in Puttaparthi and Whitefield. Previous slides, please. Please go to the first slide. Please go to the first slide. Our inspiration has been our Divine Master, Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, who way back in 1954 laid the foundation stone for a small general hospital to come up in Puttaparthi village, which is in one of the most backward regions of our country. And this hospital was catering to the local population. And from there, we have gone on. Bhagwan has established general hospitals, super specialty hospitals at Puttaparthi, Whitefield, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, mobile hospitals in many places of the country, and medical camps and healthcare seva in over 150 countries of all over the world. So with this inspiration, we have taken up the healthcare seva in Shri Satya Sai Seva Organizations, and for us the guiding principles are the principles which have been set up by Bhagwan, and these guiding principles are compassionate healthcare and healthcare provided totally free of cost, healthcare which is provided at the doorstep of the person, healthcare which is comprehensive, which caters to the entire, which totally gives the entire solution to the patient and is not a piecemeal kind of healthcare. So with that, with this inspiration, the various healthcare activities which we have taken up in our state of Odisha, the one major activity which we have taken up is the preventive healthcare program, which is Sarve Santu Niramaya, wherein we go to the villages and educate them on preventive health, mainly on 4 fronts: on domestic hygiene, on community hygiene, on prevention of season-specific diseases, and spiritual aspect of healthcare. Next. For the follow-up of patients who have been operated in Shri Satya Sai hospitals in Puttaparthi, Bangalore and Ahmedabad, we have a program called Shri Satya Sai Rehabilitation Program, wherein we follow up these post-operated patients at their doorstep, and over 4,000 patients are followed up by 200 trained volunteers at their doorstep. And for these patients who require PTINR tests every month to maintain the valves, we have anticoagulation clinics in peripheral regions of our state. Shri Satya Sai Telemedicine Center in this hall, in this building, it provides telemedicine connectivity between the operating doctor and our patients, and this center also runs 3 days a week and connects the patients with their doctors in Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Prashantinilayam as well as Whitefield. Moving ahead, we have during the COVID time we have started a helpline seva to cater to the non-COVID patients. Since the government machinery was taking care of the COVID patients, we concentrated on taking care of the non-COVID patients, and this helpline also has reached far and wide and helped people in very rural areas. Regarding blood donation, our organization has always been at the forefront, and we have blood donation camps running around the year. But during the summer months, we take a special initiative called Amrita Bindu, where the blood banks are dry, our volunteers come out and donate blood, and we also do need-based blood donation for thalassemia patients and patients who are awaiting surgeries. In fact, during the last November, a mega pan-India blood donation drive was conducted, where 4,000 liters of blood were collected just in a span of 1 week to cater to the immediate post-COVID need. We have holistic healthcare centers in many parts of the state, including one in our premises here in Sai Janani, We have taken up adoption and care of thalassemia patients particularly because they are the patients who have been neglected by their families and society at large, and for these patients we take follow-up medications, vaccinations and surgeries wherever required. We support them. Moving ahead, we have a program for mother and child care, which is the Sai Prem Dhara, wherein pregnant mothers, lactating mothers and children up to the age of 16 years are taken care of. During the COVID period, across the nation we took up Operation Breathe during the second wave of COVID, wherein 1,000 oxygen concentrators were deployed across the country to meet the shortage of oxygen. All over the country we have multiple medical mobile vans and mobile hospitals, and in the last 1 year itself we have catered to 3 lakh patients only through this medical healthcare services. So this in a nutshell is the healthcare services provided by our state Sathya Sai Seva organizations. This is just a small humble offering of ours in the service of society, and we hope it pleases our Divine Master. Jai Sai Ram. We now have a small presentation on the healthcare seva taken up at Sri Sathya Sai Heart Hospital, Ahmedabad. Sai Ram.
बच्चे जब 8 महीना के हुआ तो हमने एक टेबल पर बच्चे को खिला रहे थे, उतने ही में बच्चा नीचे गिर गया। बच्चा बहुत चिल्लाने लगा, उससे हमको बहुत घबराहट हो गया। फिर बच्चा चिल्लाते चिल्लाते उसका नीला पूरा देह पड़ गया। अब उससे हमको और घबराहट, हम लोग पूरा घर परिवार पूरा रोने लगे।
In India, out of 1,000 babies born, around 10 have this congenital heart defect. Out of which 10, this about 6 to 8 require some kind of intervention so that they can lead a normal life. And out of this 10, 3 or 4 would require them in the first year of life.
There are a lot of children dies because of non-identifying congenital heart disease. That is the reason we have constructed this hospital in 2018. Sathya Sai Heart Hospital, popularly known as Dil Without Bill, because there is no setup in India where there is no billing counter.
ये हॉस्पिटल हम लोग नेट पे देखते थे दिल विदाउट बिल, लेकिन सच में ये दिल विदाउट बिल है। कोई भी एक पैसा नहीं लग रहा है, रुपया की तो बात छोड़िए, एक मतलब पैसा नहीं ले रहे हैं ये लोग, और हर सुविधा हम लोग को दे रहे हैं। हम लोग जैसे ही बिहार से यहाँ आए तो सोचे कि जा रहे हैं अभी रेस्ट करेंगे, लेकिन जब यहाँ आए तो देख के आश्चर्य लगा कि आए और इमीडिएट ब्लड चेक हुआ, ईसीजी हुआ, एक्सरे किए, इको किए, मतलब रात में ही प्रक्रिया चालू।
We do all kind of simple complex procedures. We get patients from all over the country. Our patients are coming from a very low socioeconomic strata, so their physical profile is much more demanding than their reserves are very less. We are dealing with a lot of pre-infectious conditions, so we have to treat that. Then we have to optimize them for the procedure what we are planning. Then we do the procedure. We have done something like 1,500 procedures in last 2.5 years actually. Practically speaking, congenital heart disease complete spectrum we are dealing with.
We have finished almost 14 to 15 cases of RVPA conduit, where the conduit itself costs around 1/4 to 2 lakhs, which is a huge amount. But our management always have been very helpful and very open that if something you can help the child, you go ahead. Within a few seconds things are sanctioned, so which is different from other places.
We have 4 class 100 operation theatres. We have 1 cath lab. Our second cath lab will be coming this year, that will be the hybrid cath lab. Our per patient area allotted is 250 square feet per patient in ICU, that is higher than even in allotted in Cleveland Clinic. So there is no substandard. You can compare with any of the best hospital either in India or in abroad.
सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है कि बहुत जगह देखा मैं बिहार में भी बहुत जगह, दिल्ली भी गया हूँ ट्रीटमेंट सिलसिले में वहाँ, और कई लोगों को लेकर। तो यहाँ जो एक चीज़ देखा मैंने, एक चीज़ का ध्यान रखा गया है कि बच्चे आएंगे तो बच्चे के माँ बाप कैसे रहेंगे, कहाँ रहेंगे, वो क्या खाएंगे, खाना खाएंगे तो नाश्ता कहाँ करेंगे, मैंने हर चीज़ का जो है आंसर है वो इस इंस्टीट्यूशन में एक साथ दिया गया है।
मैं दावे के साथ कह रही हूँ कि इस तरह की सुविधा भटकने के बाद ही मिलेगी। जितना सफलतापूर्वक आसानी से यहाँ जो सुविधा मिलेगी, वो भटकने के बाद भी ऐसी सुविधा नहीं मिलेगी। तो मैं तमाम देशवासियों से कहना चाहूँगी, यहाँ तक कि जिनको ज़रूरत है बाहर में भी हैं, अगर उनको ज़रूरत है तो यहाँ आए, एक बार आकर बस उपचार करवा के देखिए, फिर वो ज़िंदगी भर इनके गुणगान करेंगे।
खाना पीना भी इतना टाइम से मिल रहा है, इतना घर में भी टाइम से खाना नहीं मिलता है सर। कभी 12 बज जाता है, कभी 1 बज जाता है, यहाँ तो एकदम टाइम से खाना है सर, सुबह नाश्ता मिल रहा है। बहुत खुश है सर, यहाँ हम आते हुए बहुत खुश है सर। कहीं भी कोने में कहीं भी बच्चा का कोई दिक्कत होके सीधा श्री सत्य साई हॉस्पिटल में आइए, आपका बच्चा कभी भी तंदुरुस्त होकर जाएगा।
This is a unique hospital in the sense that it caters only to children with congenital heart disease. That too without the patient or relatives paying a single pie from their pocket. I think this is very important. An average pediatric cardiac surgery in a private setup would cost you around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. Doing this many surgeries in a single unit, I think it is nothing less than a miracle.
Basically, our intention is to create a heart disease-free society. Because we see that more than 200,000 children dies because of the congenital heart disease. So if out of that, if we can cater as many as possible and try to give them new life, that can be a really big contributions for the society.
The underprivileged and the underserved in an equitable, accessible, affordable, and time-bound manner. One such remarkable step in this direction has been to ensure that the poor people of Odisha get free cardiac treatment and given a new lease of life. In realization of this objective, we have signed an MOU with Prasanthi Medical Services and Research Foundation a couple of years ago to provide free cardiac treatment to 900 patients of Odisha. I'm glad that the commitment to serve humanity at large has paid rich dividends, and more than 1,000 cardiac patients from Odisha have received free treatment and care at the Ahmedabad Heart Hospital of TMSRF. In appreciation of this effort, the state government is renewing their MOU for another 2 years so that more people of our state can avail.
I've always seen that charity and the quality, correct, normally doesn't go together. Because everybody says about charity, charitable institutions speak, okay, to show that, okay, we have done something for the society to show. But this is an hospital, this is an institution, this is a temple, correct, where they have gone for with charity, with quality.
I'm told it was Mr. Abdul Kalam, former President of India, who had come here, who had given the slogan of Dil without bill. And it's true to that slogan, Dil without bill. You don't have a cash counter over here, and the hospital is run in partnership, and the main partner is God. So in any institution, in any enterprise where God is the partner, then it cannot be unsuccessful. It has to be successful.
for humanity. So salutations to all of you, sir, for this selfless, tireless service. I'm really wishing that this continues, this mission continues. More and more children in Odisha benefit from your kindness. And you need all the support, encouragement and help that is possible. You're showing that despite all challenges, it is possible to reach top quality health care without charging anything, to reach the poorest to the poor and the most vulnerable. It's very inspiring. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me here. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request our honorable guest, Dr. Mukesh R. Shah, and Justice Mukesh R. Shah, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, to kindly address the gathering.
Om Sai Ram. You treated me as a guest, but I am not the guest. I am part of this institution, part of Ahmedabad institution. My dear friend, Dr. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, Sri Narayan Prasad, my dear Manoj Bhai, all gather here, invitees, organizers of this Satya Sai Sansthan Odisha, government officers, more particularly Sri Pandian, who was required to leave because of his earlier commitment. I came late because of I went to some other place. I could not resist to go to Konark. I am first of all sorry that because of me the delay has taken place. I am very happy to be here and associate with this today's mega camp, 3 days mega camp, and it will help heart patients and cardiac patients so far as the Odisha is concerned. I have seen Bihar people also, I have seen Rajasthan also, I have seen Gujarat people suffering, and I have seen the entire institution at Ahmedabad and Rajkot both. Dr. Muralidhar, I may tell you, sir, and I request to visit to Ahmedabad hospital, and you will find that the hospital which is there, the infrastructure which is there, is not less than any corporate hospital, I can say. Only there is one distinction between the corporate hospital and the hospital which is run by the Satya Sai Sansthan Ahmedabad is their object and purpose. So far as the corporate hospitals are concerned, everybody knows that they are for money, correct? They may be doing service also. But so far as the hospital, Satya Sai Sanstha, Ahmedabad and the Rajkot is concerned, I can vouch and I can say that their only goal is the service to the humanity, service to the humanity only. They have never considered it as a charity. It may be a charitable institution, but they have never considered it as a charity. They have considered as their duty towards the society, service to the society, service to the humanity. I also learned so many activities which Satya Sai Sansthan Odisha is undertaking. Number of varieties is there. That is only because of the Baba's, you see, Ashirwad and the Krupa. But for Baba's Ashirwad and Krupa, this is not possible at all. Many times asked Manoj Bhai also that what is the, sometimes you may be facing the financial problem also. Because this huge expenditure, you have no counter, cash counter, you don't have any bill counter, you don't have any bill window, correct? And you incur the expenditure towards even coming and the flight also, transportation also, food also, their residence also, not only patients but their parents also. Are you not facing any financial problem? Manoj Bhi always said that Baba told, I am there, don't worry, correct? You go on with the work, you will never face any difficulty so far as the financial aspect is concerned. And by the grace of God, by the grace of Baba, correct, he has never faced any financial problem, and I am sure because of the work which they are doing, they will never face any problem and they will continue to serve the humanity and the people who are needed. One most important thing I have seen is that post-operative facility. I always, when I discuss with him on what further can be done, I was always insisting that in every institution or every charitable institution or hospital, after the operation is performed, they leave it, the patient there. They don't care, or that much care is not taken. But so far as this institution is concerned, I have seen right from the medical checkup till the post-operative, every care is being taken by this institution, and that can only be possible only because of the Baba's grace. I, on behalf of the cardiac patients and their parents and the people of Odisha, thanks to the Honorable the Chief Minister of the Odisha High Court for giving this cooperation, and through Mr. Pandian, please convey my thanks to the Honorable the Chief Minister for showing this grace to the people of the Odisha and the persons who are suffering. I am associated with this institution since long. They are related to doing this service with respect to cardiac and heart problem. I can only say that my heart is always with the institution. There are few unfortunate persons and the children who have problems since birth. And we have known that out of 1,000 persons, 10 persons have seen this problem, correct? And that too because of the financial problem or no proper guidance or no proper treatment, correct? They were suffering. But because of such institutions, now we will see to it that out of 10, correct, we have, as a part of our society and as a human being, it is our duty to see that the people who are suffering may not have to suffer further. My expectation and the wish is that out of 10, if we can save the life of at least 6 to 7, then it can be said that our life, correct, is successful, and for the purpose for which you have come to our on this earth will be successful. This is always Manoj Bhai is always worried about what further can be done, what maximum students can be, the patients can be done, operated. Only yesterday he was saying, yes, sir, because of COVID in this 1 year, 1.5 year, we have lost, correct? But, and 1.5 year, no patients could be that operated and all of the treatment could be given. And he said that, sir, we will see to it that within 3 to 6 months, more than 600, 700 patients we will see to it operated. This is what the commitment to the society, commitment to the service. I salute Manoj Bhai for what the wonderful work he is doing. restlessly, tirelessly, and with purpose, the only purpose, without any other intention, correct? Only goal is service to the society. I pray to the God and the Baba to bless us all and continue to bless us all to serve the humanity, to serve the people who are needed, correct? And to see that whatever we are doing, correct, we may progress and the maximum people get the benefit. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here and have the blessings of the Baba and have the not only blessings of the Baba but blessings of all those cardiac patients who have come here, correct? Ultimately, if it is said that life is an echo, what you give, correct, you get back. I consider to be very lucky to be here and part of this program today. If 100% punya is to be taken by Manoj Bhai, correct, I expect only at least 1% of that. So that if whatever I can do, I am always be there, Manoj Bhai and the institution and for the God. Thank you very much. Jai Jai Sainath.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words of love and encouragement. I now request Shri Manoj Bhimani, sir, Managing Trustee, Shri Sathya Sai Heart Hospital, Ahmedabad, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Justice M.R. Shah, as he rightly said, is no more a guest for us. Basically, he is a host, he is a part of the family as far as Sathya Sai Heart Hospital is concerned. With very short notice, Chief Justice of Odisha, Dr. Muralidharan, I may be thinking that, you may have felt that M.R. Shah is taking you where. That is same thing. I just give you very small example of two brother judges. One time Mr. Ravindran, he visited. And usually, like Justice M.R. Shah, Justice Ravindran, they are very tough in the court. They have different personalities. People, they feel, M.R. Shah is, where it is, this, as I saw Justice Ravindran also having tears in eyes. And while going, he told me that, brother, very easy to say, keep it up, but please keep it up. That was a word of Mr. Ravindran at our hospital. Justice Lahoti ji, when he visited, first he cried. Then he told that, I can't, whether I should accept or not, but I was not aware that India is having such a big problem as far as the healthcare sector is concerned. Then he mentioned that, if God come on the earth and decide to go, he will come to this hospital because whatever defect, because of God made, is been repaired by here. Congenital heart disease is a God made. They have not eaten any pizza or it is not related to lifestyle. But that is because of the God made effect. So what Justice Sai has told, Sai Baba always told us that, if there is a purity, if there is a unity, then divinity, the God has to be with institution. So we always try to work with Sai Baba's principle. We try to see that, we are not obliging them. They are obliging us by giving opportunity. So they say that we try to see God within the patient. The reason is when they go to any hospitals, they are treated with a very different way. They are not treated with a respect. They are not treated with a proper hearing. Doctor don't give them enough time. And there are not enough doctors looking into the population ratio of India. If you consider 140 crore, so you can't expect that any small villages also can have super specialists. So our intention is that, rather than they come to Ahmedabad, we go to them. And as today is a very good occasion that in front of you, because yesterday I went to see Honorable Chief Minister's Secretary, and I told him that, Honorable Justice Sahab would be very happy if you agree with same way like Bihar, to and fro. And I told that Baba never asked for hospital. Baba only asked for the Orissa patients. And I feel very happy to announce that today only he told me to announce that Orissa patient from today onwards, to and fro with attendant will be sponsored by flight by state government. And of course, we are doing everything free of cost. So thanks to this program, thanks to Mr. Saha, thanks to Honorable Chief Justice, that today also there will be another lesson in the history that all can come in flight and all can go back in flight. And it is so easy, 2 hours they can reach back to their home. And so this is a very good day for us. All the way, I invite you, sir, as you told, that you please come and see Ahmedabad Hospital. You will find that we have not compromised anywhere as far as international standard is concerned. And recently, chairman of Cleveland Clinic, the best clinic in the world, Mr. Steve Nisan, he visited our hospital and he mentioned that if you compare apple to apple with Cleveland Clinic, best clinic in the world, there is not at all a 1% standard difference as far as medical treatment is concerned. I thank to our Satya Sai organization, because without them we can't conduct post-operative check, we can't conduct a camp. They are so willing, so positive. I see them, there is a lot of love within them to, serve children. So we will continue to work like as I told, with one team, as a one family, and different. We'll see that Orissa very shortly, whatever we have lost in last 1.5 to 2 years because of COVID, we'll try to make up in next 5 to 6 months. Thank you. Om Sai Ram.
शांति 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 समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।